The first video is a startling incident that unfolds right in the middle of an intersection, where a woman loses control and goes on a rampage. The situation takes an unexpected turn when the woman attempts to open the back door of a police car that is parked. An officer makes attempts to calm her down, but the woman resists, escalating the tension. The officer, faced with a resistant individual, decides to use a baton stick to gain control of the situation. It almost develops into a fist fight. As the situation becomes more intense, the police officer seizes an opportunity to take the woman down onto the road, using the necessary force to protect herself and others. More police cars arrive on the scene to assist in the arrest. What starts as a normal apprehension quickly escalates into a tense confrontation between law enforcement and not just one person but a hostile crowd. As the officers move in to arrest the individual, the situation takes a dangerous turn.
Luego de la denuncia de una mujer que fue víctima del robo de su celular.
Cuando lograron identificar al presunto ladrón, los vecinos salieron en su defensa.
For some reason, the crowd becomes agitated, lashing out at the officers and obstructing their efforts. Amidst the chaos, one of the officers loses his balance and falls to the ground, laying vulnerable in the street.
Tras un operativo, 3 personas involucradas en este ataque fueron detenidas. Entre ellas hay 2 menores de edad.
La institución reiteró su compromiso por velar.
A courageous woman, sensing the tension, steps forward to intervene. With determination in her eyes, she confronts one of the officers, demanding an explanation for their actions. Her bravery momentarily causes the crowd to hesitate, but the whole event flares up again.
El otro tratando de impedir el linchamiento, ¿no? Ahí están las imágenes que deben servir efectivamente para que la policía tome cartas en el asunto y estos.
In Alto, Texas, a routine shoplifting call at Ulta escalated into a dramatic police chase involving a suspect who was determined to escape capture. What's surprising is that she was already handcuffed and placed in the back of a police unit, yet she managed to slip out of one of the handcuffs, escape the seatbelt, and climb through the sliding partition window into the driver's seat. While the officers were behind the car searching through her discarded backpack and purse, she accelerated, almost colliding with the cops. From there on, the suspect led police on a high-speed chase down Loop 287, reaching speeds of nearly 100 miles per hour. Troopers utilized a pursuit intervention technique maneuver to spin the suspect out, causing her to crash into a tree. Despite the heavy damage to the police unit, no injuries were reported during the chase. In the streets of Los Angeles, a daring escape unfolded as a wanted woman showed her skills, turning the city into her acrobatic playground. At first, the suspect, wanted in connection with a robbery case, skillfully maneuvered behind the wheel of a car.
Behind the wheel of this car, weaving through traffic in LA, coming dangerously close to hitting other drivers.
She weaved dangerously through LA traffic, coming dangerously close to hitting other drivers multiple times. With nowhere to go, the woman executed a series of gravity-defying leaps, jumping from roof to roof and leaving onlookers astonished. Her daring escape took an unexpected twist as she landed right on someone's car.
She pulls over and makes a run for it, along with her male passenger. To the roof she goes, thinking maybe that's how she can escape this mess. That's when she gets a running start and makes a bold series of leaps.
Finally, out of options, she met up with her partner in crime on a rooftop. After one last romantic hug, they realized it was time to surrender. Both were taken into custody by the police.
Some pretty good gymnastics here.
The woman meets up with her partner in crime on the top of a shed.
Oh, there we go.
After one last romantic hug, it's time to give up.
These police officers approach a woman suspected of driving under the influence. The situation escalates quickly as the woman becomes combative, resisting arrest.
Инспекторы остановили по пустяковому нарушению за тонировку, но выяснилось, дама еще и пьяна.
She stubbornly stands in front of the camera, hurling insults and profanities toward the officers.
И согласно с предъявленными претензиями, она начала оскорблять полицейских.
The officers reach a breaking point as the woman's aggression intensifies. In a desperate attempt to restrain her, they move to arrest her. However, she vehemently fights back, striking one of the officers in the chaos.
Инспектор решил угомонить девушку, и та пошла в рукопашную.
Sneaking into vessels is no longer uncommon. A woman had done just that. She also assaulted the captain's wife and then made a daring escape. With the possibility of arrest looming, the woman decided to take matters into her own hands.
Where is the person in the water? That one right there with the brown bimini on the top? She's on that boat now?
She attempted a daring escape by trying to jump off the boat into the water, but was immediately surrounded by Coast Guard personnel. The situation quickly escalated into a physical confrontation as officers tried to detain her. She resisted arrest, further complicating matters.
You got cuff around your wrist. Bam.
Nope. Nope, don't let. Got it. Bring her in.
The next video shows a showdown that unfolded involving multiple authorities. The situation takes a drastic turn when the woman caught on camera runs towards the man recording. In an attempt to prevent her from grabbing his cell phone, the man, in retaliation, kicks her hard.
А как вы нам расколотили, вы сейчас угрожаете.
Three police officers took it upon themselves to grapple with the resistant woman, attempting to put her inside a police car. Despite her continued resistance, the officers did not let go. The struggle reaches its peak as, against strong resistance, the police officers successfully managed to place the woman inside the police car.
Вы что, охуели?
This heart-pounding pursuit seems straight out of an action movie. A female suspect takes law enforcement on a wild ride through the city streets. The unlikely vehicle of choice is a JCB, a massive construction vehicle that is quite unfit for a chase. Displaying an uncanny knowledge of the surroundings, the suspect takes a daring shortcut, steering the JCB into a small hill from the side of the street. The maneuver catches everyone off guard, leaving the police scrambling to keep up.
SWAT team, bro.
A heated argument ensues between two women, and then the incident takes an unexpected turn that involves law enforcement. Tensions escalate, and the neighborhood becomes the stage for this unfolding dispute.
Молодец! Так вот тебе...
Что ты за мама, пойми, блядь. Что ты за мама? Ты должна днем гулять, идиотка.
As the verbal exchange persists, one woman directs blame at the other, accusing her of disturbing the neighborhood with her loud and emotional outbursts.
Здесь подожди.
Да, конечно. Ну...
Despite the officer's efforts to maintain peace, the officer proceeds to arrest the mother, citing her disruptive behavior and refusal to comply with orders. The mother, despite the officer's intervention, continues to shout and express her frustration.
Ребенок будет в доме малыша. Вторую руку давай.
Спокойно, ну, пожалуйста.
Watch as this woman manages to escape from a moving police vehicle. Complaining about the heat in the back of the patrol car, the deputy turned up the air conditioner and rolled down the window. But the situation took an unexpected turn.
I've had people slip cuffs on me.
But former San Marcos Police Chief Dr. Howard Williams says it happens more often than you think.
The woman made a daring escape from a moving Travis County deputy's patrol car right into the busy traffic of Austin. The dash cam of another driver captured the entire escape.
Williams says officers go through intensive training on how to properly handcuff people with the right tension. From experience, he believes this was just an example of a sly suspect.
Our next video takes us to the midst of an unexpected encounter between a woman and a police officer. What starts as a routine traffic stop takes a surprising turn for both parties involved.
Вы обязаны передать документы.
Вы не выполняете законные требования.
Данные, те, которые есть сейчас,
Вы правильно диктуете, девушка.
In the middle of the confrontation, police officers decide to hasten things by asking the woman to step out of the car. Much to everyone's surprise, the woman refuses and tightly grips the steering wheel.
Мы сейчас в суде, мы сейчас в суде. Девушка, все, давайте не будем отклоняться. Вы передаете документы или нет? Выходите из машины.
In the end, the officers managed to overcome the resistance of the woman, successfully pulling her out of the car and placing her under arrest. The woman was escorted to the police car.
Понимаете, что сейчас мы вас наручники оденем, придите при вас. Вы поедете.
Вы сделаете так, как
Вы сами его делаете, это стресс. К вам нормально подошли, объяснили.
These two cops are in an unexpected situation. It all starts with a routine arrest that takes a turn for the hilarious. As an officer tries to control the situation, a courageous woman arrives on the scene and tries to stop the arrest. She stands her ground, passionately arguing with the officers, creating a chaotic scene. Despite the chaos, it seems the town's residents aren't afraid of these officers. In fact, some take the opportunity to showcase their fearless antics. Watch as the woman fearlessly climbs on top of a police car, showcasing a carefree spirit that leaves the officers bewildered. In a truly shocking turn of events, an Oklahoma woman finds herself in a tense standoff with law enforcement. The heart-stopping moments were captured on camera, revealing a series of events that led to a 3.5-hour standoff.
According to the charging documents filed in court, the woman identified herself as 36-year-old Rachel Zion Clay. Police handcuffed her and placed her in protective custody.
Initially handcuffed and placed in protective custody, it cannot be explained how the suspect managed to slip out of her restraints and gain access to a panel labeled gun inside the police vehicle. Gunfire erupted from the back of the police vehicle, leaving deputies in confusion and nearby civilians scrambling for safety. Amid the chaos, a civilian suffered a chest wound, prompting law enforcement to react swiftly with the deployment of an armored breaching vehicle.
Car, according to the court documents. But while deputies were outside the car taking statements from civilians nearby, Clay managed to slip out of her cuffs and access a console in the front seat labeled gun, the undersheriff said in an interview. They say she was then able to load a round.
After 3.5 hours of tension, the woman finally surrendered to law enforcement. The aftermath reveals her disturbed state of mind, raising concerns about her mental well-being.
Negotiations with police and the deployment of an armored breaching vehicle, the woman finally surrenders.
If it means saving a life, you take as much time as you need in order to bring this tactical situation.
An aggressive woman in Hyde Park tried to resist arrest in the most brutal way, but the end was far from what she expected. The video shows how she is being led out in handcuffs. In a shocking move, The lady pulls out a knife from her waist and tries to attack one of the officers. She is quickly brought to the ground, but gets up again. When she proves unresponsive to teaser, she ends up getting shot. A drunk female driver was engaged in a heated exchange with a police officer. As the officers approached the vehicle, they quickly realized the driver was under the influence of alcohol. What followed next was probably expected. A heated exchange between the drunk female driver and the police officer, escalating the situation. Caught on body cam footage, the verbal altercation gives us a glimpse into the challenges faced by the police while enforcing the law, especially when dealing with individuals who are not in their right minds. While cops find troublesome people also find female cops. This female officer in Arizona almost lost her life to a crazy knife-wielding man during a verbal altercation.
Get out of my face! Put the knife down! Shut your fucking mouth! No, bitch. Put the knife down! Shut up! 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 Put the knife.
The video shows how the man walks towards her tauntingly, asking her to shut up while she orders him to put the knife on the ground. In a shocking burst of agility, the man charges at the officer, intending to end her, but she fires at him instead.
Shut up! 998! 998! Put the knife! I got it on video. Hey!
This startling incident unfolded at Miami International Airport. It all began when a routine situation escalated into chaos at Miami International Airport. Two women were in a heated confrontation with police, leading to a disruptive scene in a place that's usually bustling with travelers. The chaos disrupted the usual flow of activities at the airport, and the individuals were taken into custody, facing charges related to their behavior. A shocking incident was caught on a body camera involving a Florida woman accused of a violent encounter with law enforcement.
A Florida woman is taken into custody after attempting to stab a sheriff's deputy with a tool used to...
As officers attempt to approach and question the woman, the situation escalates unexpectedly. The woman is accused of reaching for a fix-a-flat tool, turning a routine investigation into a life-threatening scenario for the responding deputy.
Come here, now. Now.
The body camera footage reveals tense moments as the woman allegedly attempts to stab the deputy with the unconventional weapon. Law enforcement is forced to react swiftly to prevent harm and ensure the safety of everyone involved.
Put your hands on your back, do it now. Put your hands on your back.
After a while, the officer successfully cuffed her, but she continued to resist arrest until officers used the taser to bring her under control.
On your neck, you tase if you don't stop.
Is that what it is? That's what it is. More for TV, right? Yep. More for TV.
A gripping incident unfolded on August 6, 2023 in Ohio when an officer spotted two women fighting as he was on patrol.
Hey, who's that?
The ones in the car that tried to just pull off.
Okay, you don't know them?
Yeah, I know.
They're her friends.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Mama.
you know them?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Mama, that's fine. I'm trying to...
One of the women was still agitated and yelling. The officer approached her, but she continued with her antics, ignoring commands to stop.
No, put it on. I'm gonna put it in my
Court, all they bad numbers. Everybody down.
We okay.
Turn around and walk in this police car.
The officer, who now had the company of other cops, had no choice but to detain her and rely on backup to handle the escalating situation. The drama was far from over as the detained woman resisted arrest, leading officers to take decisive action.
Drop the purse.
Despite being handcuffed, the detained woman continued to resist arrest. Officers, determined to maintain control, escorted her to a patrol car.
Jump in there, arrest me because somebody. All right.
We still have to book her in.
Because somebody jumped me because they died.
She stubbornly refused to enter the vehicle, prompting officers to take additional measures to secure her. Even then, they had their hands quite full.
I got jumped. I got jumped.
This officer has a suspect in his car, but she is occupied at the back of the vehicle. Seizing the opportunity, the girl who was handcuffed managed to escape from police custody by stealthily reaching for the door handle of the police car. With a bit of luck, she successfully opened the door without alerting the officer. Swiftly descending from the car, the girl wasted no time and sprinted away as fast as she could. Her sudden escape caught the police officer off guard, leaving her unaware of her actions until it was too late. A lady, Elena Leoshenko, found herself on the wrong side of the law after an altercation with the police. She was literally dragged out of the car and taken into custody. In a shocking turn of events, Elena escalated the situation by physically attacking the police, causing the cops to cuff her hands behind her back. As a result of her actions, she was swiftly taken into custody and has now been sent to the detention center. The legal consequences of her attack on the police will unfold as the investigation progresses. This 31-year-old female suspect was asked 5 times to exit her vehicle, but she ignored the command. Her own car was parked directly behind the victim's vehicle.
Come out of the car or you are under arrest.
When officers resorted to forcing entry into the vehicle to remove her by force, the female suspect rammed one police cruiser and then drove into another.
Headquarters, she's trying to take off. We got a pursuit. She almost just struck Olivia.
The officers were forced to break her window before she eventually complied and was taken into custody. They later said in their report that they believed the woman was under the influence of medication and narcotics.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
What tough luck it is for a woman fleeing from the police at a staggering 137 miles per hour, only to come to an unexpected halt. As the chase reaches a critical moment, something unexpected happens. The woman suddenly runs out of gas.
Why are you driving like that? 137 miles per hour? Got her at 137 pulling away from her.
Oh yes. After reaching such incredible speeds, her escape plan takes an unexpected turn, leaving her stranded on the side of the road. The video shows her car parked motionless by the road. She ended up in tears after all the pumped-up adrenaline. During a routine traffic stop, when an officer pulls over a woman for a violation, the situation escalates quickly, and little did the officer know that things would go south. As the officer issues a ticket for the violation, the woman adamantly refuses to sign it.
Sign it, because I don't want to do $80.
You don't want to sign it?
No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80.
This seemingly routine process becomes the catalyst for a series of events that lead to a heated confrontation between the driver and the law enforcement officer.
You be fair with me and I'll be fair with you.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
Then it turns aggressive.
Step
You
out.
are full of because you're not.
Body cam footage captures the escalating tension as the woman becomes increasingly aggressive, challenging the authority of the officer and resisting the ticketing process. The situation takes an unexpected and intense turn, leaving both parties on edge. Park your car wrongly and watch as it gets towed. This lady, however, isn't getting towed today. The video shows how a tow truck backs up to the white sedan. However, the female driver in the sedan would not have it. She puts her car in reverse and zooms backwards, then makes a turn and escapes the truck, saving her car. A 30-year-old mother of 5 is driving in the rain without headlights on, and she gets pulled over by deputies in Georgia. But little did the officers know that this seemingly routine traffic stop would turn into a dangerous pursuit.
Listen, you do that, I have to go past you. You do that, that's the worst idea you ever made. Ma'am, you about to...
As the deputies approach her vehicle, she decides at the last minute to flee the scene, triggering a high-speed chase on the rain-soaked roads.
It's a white Charger, left on the 27.
Police dashcam captures the intense pursuit as she desperately accelerates, reaching speeds beyond 120 meters per hour, putting herself, her passenger, and her 5 children at risk. In an attempt to bring the pursuit to a controlled end, deputies employ a pit maneuver.
64, you got...
The maneuver successfully stops her vehicle, bringing a temporary halt to the dangerous situation. Authorities reveal that all 5 children in her vehicle emerged unharmed from the pursuit. This whole saga begins as officers initiate a routine traffic stop on a seemingly ordinary day. Little did they know that what started as a standard procedure would soon escalate into a chaotic scene that left everyone stunned.
On June 16, 2022, an officer observed a vehicle exhibiting strange behavior.
Dash cam footage captures the woman's vehicle suddenly shifting into reverse, slamming into the police car parked behind her. The impact sets off a chain reaction of chaos, surprising both the officers and any onlookers nearby.
And suddenly started backing up quickly, hitting their squad car and other vehicles.
Stay back.
Chaos erupted when the ladies were asked to exit the car, leaving everyone in disbelief. Watch closely as the officers on the scene quickly spring into action, assessing the situation and ensuring the safety of everyone involved. The unexpected nature of the incident requires a rapid response to prevent further chaos. A woman allegedly steals a car from an auto repair shop and takes law enforcement on a high-stakes pursuit. Watch closely as the woman leads law enforcement on a heart-pounding pursuit covering several miles with multiple pedestrians present.
Witness: a female had gotten into a green SUV and left at a high rate of speed. The female was later identified as 31-year-old Chelsea Schwegirl.
As the pursuit unfolds, officers navigate through traffic, employing tactics to bring the situation under control safely. The weaving and dodging through the streets make this chase both intense and unpredictable. She ended up crashing into the woods, but even then she tried to escape, but the officers successfully blocked her and executed her arrest. This story begins when Imani Edwards, a driver from Ohio, gets pulled over by Cleveland police for having tinted windows. Little did the officers know, this routine traffic stop was about to escalate into a high-speed pursuit.
This driver is fleeing cops. They say it's all because she's...
As the officers approached the vehicle, things took an unexpected turn. Imani Edwards, allegedly late for work, decides to make a run for it. Things get even more intense as the police employ a tactic to box in Edwards and bring the pursuit to a halt. Guns drawn, officers approach the vehicle, attempting to bring the situation under control.
Officer tries to open her door. Open the door! Watch her next move.
The chase began through a residential area. The cops do everything they can to stop her, but she keeps going. The chase comes to an end when she's pulled over, having nowhere else to turn. Here's an incident that unfolded in Volusia County, Florida, involving the arrest of an 18-year-old woman. As the officer arrived at the scene, he stopped the woman's vehicle, thinking it was connected to the reported burglary, but a struggle ensued thereafter.
Hey, stop the car. Stop! You stay here? No. What are you doing here? Why does it matter? Turn the car off.
The arrest report claims that during the confrontation, the woman allegedly became aggressive, attempting to flee the scene. According to the report, she assaulted the officer by kicking him and striking him in the head with a closed fist multiple times.
Get down now! Get down now! Turn around and put your hands on.
After a prolonged struggle between the cops and the woman, who absolutely refused to be arrested, she was put in cuffs and led to a waiting police car.
I will help you out. But she cannot be in my face. Okay. Neither one of them. Get out of my face. Okay. Fix my wrist. Okay.
Road rangers with the Florida Highway Patrol responded to a call at the 156-mile marker on Interstate 10. A state trooper quickly arrived on the scene to handle the situation. But what transpired was beyond his expectations. Things took an unexpected turn when the trooper found herself in a physical altercation with the suspect. In an attempt to handcuff her, she ended up rolling on the ground for over a minute. In the midst of the lengthy and intense struggle, additional assistance was requested after the trooper successfully secured the suspect, but was unable to handcuff her. Apparently, aside from cops, other people tend to mess with the wrong women too, like this punk on a bus.
Spit! Spit! Even spit! Guys, spit! Spit!
The video shows him in a verbal war with the lady, who dares him to insult her. The moment he does, gets pepper sprayed, learning his lesson the hard way.
Touch me. Touch me. You fucking out. Don't touch me. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh.
A suspect was found in her car, and the police had intentions of arresting her. But they were clearly not prepared for what followed.
On June 9, 2022, a Hinsdale police officer was serving an arrest warrant for a domestic violence allegation. The suspect, 45-year-old Sean Malarkey, allegedly hit her ex.
The suspect, having been securely handcuffed after a brief struggle, was put in the back seat of the police car. However, she climbed out on her own, and the real show began. She refused to go back into the car and used curse words on the cops, even attempting to bite one of them. The officers prevailed at the end, and no one was injured. We're diving into a dramatic incident that unfolded as a woman fled in a stolen car. As the pursuit unfolds, the woman behind the wheel takes a shocking turn, intentionally ramming police cruisers in an attempt to evade capture. The body cam footage captures the chaos as officers work to bring the situation under control. The first cop car was damaged, so backup was requested. After a series of intense maneuvers, law enforcement successfully brings the stolen car to a stop. The woman is swiftly taken into custody, highlighting the skill and bravery of the officers involved in managing this high-stakes situation. An officer at the Miami airport faced a really annoying Karen while he was on duty. The woman kept running her mouth and dared the officer to do what he would. We'll say that, having had enough, he really did something. In an unexpected move, she slapped her hard on the face, causing her to fall to the ground.